That person sucks. That person sucks so bad.
Ancient Chinese secret.
Our old pal JD Vance,
Yeah,
friend of the pod,
friend of the pod.
friend of the pod, JD Vance.
Take us with you.
He came out pretty hard against Irish Americans
Did he?
recently. Yeah,
Did he
yeah,
now?
yeah. He's like,
About time. I was sick of these mix. And all these other American cities just, hey,
Well,
I think I'll be taking over your police force now. I hope you don't mind that me and the boys are going to be parading everybody with our whooping sticks.
oh, we're gonna be running circles around you.
Oh, you
Just
think,
you wait.
oh, look at all these places with their Miller Lite on tap. How about you wait 45 seconds for a genuine pour from a Guinness, and then another 30 seconds, and then another 30 seconds. Have you ever had...
You better drink our Irish beer till you're sweating black.
The way they pour Guinness
Yeah.
is... I think that's why the Irish fight each other so much.
Yeah, they get
You gotta
impatient.
wait for your beer an absurd amount of time.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you seen it? They like pour it almost all the way to the top. It's like 3/4 pour.
Yeah.
And
Well, are they
gotta
waiting
let-
for the head to go down?
Yeah, kinda.
Okay.
But then they like do it again.
Here in America, what we do is we just fill it till it's overflowing.
Yeah.
We're like, no more head.
Welcome to America.
It's gone. Yeah,
we
dude.
can afford a little bit of spillage.
We can waste a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got plenty of taters. Watch your fucking mouth when you talk about the famine, boyo. Actually, my grandma, she left because of the famine. I am part
yeah?
Irish. Yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that's how the accent comes so
Yeah,
naturally.
she took all of her potatoes and came to America.
Wow.
She was part of the problem.
It's JD Vance right here. This is where it
Yeah,
starts.
what the van man say?
He just said we got a problem with Irish people, and
Wait,
he was like,
sincerely?
well, yeah. And he, speaking of Scorsese movies, he quoted Gangs of New York, and he pointed out like, he was like, you ever seen Gangs of New York?
What?
Because Gangs of New York is about like the Irish mob.
I get
But
that.
he was like siding with Daniel Day-Lewis's character from Gangs of New York, like the villain of the movie.
Have they lost their minds?
Who, the Republicans or the
Just
Irish?
in general.
Yeah.
Dude, the Irish are hilarious.
They're very funny.
I mean, when I will say this, being a quarter Irish, when I got there and just started drinking with the boys,
yeah.
I was like, I get that this is in my fucking blood. Yes, there's the 6-minute mark.
Would you did you go there on for like a birthright trip or something? Why did you?
yeah. If you can stumble to Ireland, they let you in. You got to find your way here, but once you get off the docks,
You're indigenous.
Divine and I, shout out Divine. Best friend and I went on a backpacking trip around Europe.
Oh.
And yeah, when we got to Ireland, because he's Irish as well. When we got there and the boys just started lining up beers, it was my first proper lock-in where
Yeah.
they after they shut the pub down, and I forget what the big touristy section of Dublin is, but like it was one of those touristy bars. But then they like shut it down, and then just the locals and the folks who worked there drink.
Oh, sick.
And we got to be part of that. And I got fucking wrecked on Guinness.
Wow.
Like, which like
That's a bad one to get wrecked
dog. That's a tough beer to get, like, not drunk. I'm talking like hammered wrecked
Yeah.
on Guinness, where I'm just like, this shouldn't be possible.
Yeah.
I should have been too full.
I've drank a lot of Guinness once in my life, and I wanted to kill myself.
Yeah, well, it's
I was like,
it's a little bit lighter.
crawling, like, kill me.
When you get it fresh from the source, it's
Yeah.
not quite. It hasn't quite thickened in the barrel yet.
Oh, okay, good.
Because they just wheel that fucker on down from the factory
Yeah.
to all the bars, and then of course there was like some English guy that was like, "Oh, it's actually I can't do English now that we've been doing no. Can you do English?
I can do English a
English,
little
okay,
bit.
there it is, a little
Oh,
bit dumber. Yeah.
oh,
Actually, Guinness is better in England because it needs a little bit of time to settle. Like he said that, and every Irish guy was like, we do want to kill you.
Oh, you like Irish Guinness? Well,
So-
you believe in God,
so-
you little patsy.
Windowless Van Man has actually got a serious thing against Irish folk.
Yeah, yeah.
He looks like the leprechaun from the Fighting Irish.
Yeah. He looks like the leprechaun from those horror movies.
From the leprechaun. Ooh, you're gonna vote for me. I'm the Van Man. Dude, I'm calling him the Van Man the rest of the season.
Yeah, that's probably a good.
The windowless Van Man.
Yeah.
JD the Van Man.
Dude, too bad he's on Trump's side because Trump would have a great nickname for him. He
Oh,
would
for sure. I'm sure he
demolish him.
already is.
Privately, he
yeah.
does. Well, dude, Trump like hates him, which is the funniest thing.
Oh, that's incredible.
Because the word on the street is Trump picked him because like Elon told him to. He was like, I'm not going to give you this money unless you pick JD Vance.
Oh, wow.
And now, like, every time, like, people said to Trump, they were like, well, a lot of people have been calling the Republicans weird. What do you think about that? And he's like, I think they're just talking about JD.
You know what, weirdly enough? Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
Trump sucks in his own ways, but he's, like, hilarious. JD Vance is weird.
Yeah, no, he's a weird
Like,
dude.
and I was like, damn, dude, that Tom Waltz or Tim Waltz or Stolen Valor VP on the other side guy.
yeah.
Just saying he wasn't a master sergeant of his company when he left. He was not.
Well, he
Company master sergeant?
didn't he retired months before they were given orders to go to Iraq. Like he didn't even it was posited from Vance that it was like, oh, you were told to go to Iraq and then you left.
Yeah, he kind of dipped out.
He might have saw the signs.
He like
he might have saw the winds
Here's
blowing the way they were.
As two not military guys.
Yeah.
But I am quite the Walter Mitty for the military.
Sure.
And I've got some people's who served blood in me. So I'll borrow a touch of that valor. But I give it on back. But I think like they were prepping his unit to go. And you kind of get like, it's all talk for a while until you get the formal go. So he probably knew. And then was like, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm
and honestly,
out.
I don't think that attack's going to stick
But he's
much.
like 1,000 years old.
And also it's like it's like the worst war to everybody. Everybody's like,
Which one was he supposed to go to?
Iraq.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's like the one war everyone's
Also,
like
artillery in
against.
Iraq. My favorite thing about the artillery is, you send it, and if it hits clean, you're good, and if it doesn't, you go, wind took that one. that's if I had to pick something now, artillery all day.
Yeah.
If I could be the dude who like rotates his hips to fire the cannon,
Yeah.
out of control fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. That or the guy with the binoculars.
Oh, I'd be rotating my hips, dude.
Oh, for sure, dude.
I like
you
throw on an Elvis song.
You fire cannons all day long. Dude.
Dude, I'm already firing cannons.
Yeah, dude. You be like, look at this is the howitzer, and by the way, that's the cannon we'll be firing. Dude, your nickname being howitzer in the military would be out of control. Okay. I do want to go back though.
Yeah.
Because I still am perplexed. Like seriously, what's wrong with the Irish?
Oh, I don't remember.
Was he talking about like Irish immigrants?
He said like we have a problem with these ethnic enclaves in this country. That was the word he used.
Out of control.
And he was like quoted. He referred specifically to gangs in New York, and was like said something about the Irish.
That's actually like wildly dumb.
Yeah.
Like what a hell of a stretch there, pal.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, out of all the ethnicities you could go after, you pick the Irish.
Well, it's just like, I'm
Yeah.
like, that's got to be a lot of your voters.
I gotta be honest, I kind of like it.
It's
I like,
hilarious.
It's old-fashioned racism where it's white on white.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, bring it on back. Dude.
Yeah, I say we bring it back.
Hey, I'd love for the polls to vote for us if those dumb bastards could find the voting areas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Dude, my dad was the first one ever to tell Polak jokes to me.
Oh, yeah?
My very Polish American Catholic dad. And I realized it's like, because I didn't hear him from anybody else. The only people I heard him from were the Polish side of my family.
Yeah.
And it's like, so it's like for the Polish, it's like their N-word. It's like, we have
I would
this.
argue the Polish also still have the N-word as well.
Some of them do.
Some of them do.
Some of them got a good grasp on it.
A lot of Eastern Europe doesn't understand that maybe sometimes you don't sing along to all of Biggie and Tupac. That hasn't quite hit, you know? Like
No.
during
They'll get it
the
eventually.
Yugoslav war, they're just in their technical trucks with AKs just blasting NWA. It was like, fellas, love that your wartime song is American hip-hop. If you win, gonna want to chill on that. At least if you come to visit, maybe chill on
But
that.
if you're gonna die, fucking go for it. Dude.
It is what, you know.
You're on your way out.
We've covered it before.
Might as well go
You
down
kill Bin
speaking to
Laden,
kings.
you get a couple.
Yeah, you do.
You get,
There's when I lived in Thailand, there were practically no black people in my school. A lot of like Asians, Europeans. That was pretty much it. Couple, like Indian guys, but the N-word was just flying around casually.
in Thailand?
Yeah, and it was like not in a hateful way, but it was just like people would, you'd use it to like, you'd call other white people that or something as
That's
a joke.
Wow.
And I remember my girlfriend at the time, my middle school girlfriend. I remember her like
Your
saying the word to me.
Your old girlfriend you had in middle school who worked the docks.
Yeah, she was butch, but you know what? She took good care of me, and she would say, one time I remember specifically like saying the word a bunch of times, and I was like, "Hey, oh," and she's like, "I think it's a fun word," and she was just like. She was like goofing off.
Was she from America?
It was without a hard R. No, she's from New Zealand. And I don't think they have any of them over there. So I don't think she was aware of the history with that word.
Yeah.
I tried to educate her, but it was a lost cause at that point.
I don't know, dude.
We were already 15. We were already setting our...
getting a little uppity using it, eh? It's not a problem down here, mate.
Oh.
We haven't got to worry about that. All we've got is sheep, good cheese, a couple of things of honey, and no,
Whoa, absolutely
whoa.
no of those. None of
Yikes,
those.
dude. I don't know. I think that's like a purely American thing, where when you travel, I'm like, you guys don't understand.
Well, did we invent the word Americans?
No, but I think we definitely
popularized it.
Yeah, we brought.
It's like
think
we're the
this-
Jimi Hendrix. If the N-word is all along the Watchtower, America's Jimi
What
Hendrix.
a wild song to reference slavery.
Originally by Bob Dylan, who
well,
never uttered the word once.
But not a bad analogy, because
know.
Bob Dylan, a white man, all
Yep.
around the Watchtower,
Yeah.
then made popular by
Hey,
Jimi Hendrix.
boom.
Look at us
It
go.
all
No,
falls into place.
no misses on Chinese rocket force, unlike the actual Chinese rocket force, which misses
all the time.
Bros with hot pots is what we're gonna call this after that gets disabled.
No, I think it would be cool if we outlasted the real Chinese rocket force.
I think we're gonna.
To the point where when people Google Chinese rocket force, it's just this. I never thought at the time that when I search on YouTube Chinese rocket force, I would not find us, and I'd instead find a lot of videos on the actual.
I'm telling you, it's something that
Yeah.
people should be aware of.
We're gonna rename this podcast the Joe Rogan Experience, and it'll be even easier to find.
Oh, dude, Papa's going through it right now.
He's having a rough time.
Yeah, I mean, he's not. But
Well, yeah, he's not.
I don't know, dude. I just think about this. With that amount of money,
Yeah.
he could just wake up one day and be like, I'm done doing everything,
Yeah,
and just go away.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
Dude,
incredible.
Instead of recording like 3-4 hour podcasts a week.
Well, yeah, but just like, I don't know, every like fucking comedy takedown channel that's like, oh, this is his death knell.
Yeah.
This is his death rattle. I'm like, it's not. Like,
Yeah.
here's something. Mediocre to bad special. It's Rogan's stand-up. Everybody says it. Everybody knows it.
Yeah.
Comics are kissing the ring because, for whatever reason, Conan O'Brien and other avenues for comedians
They've all
are gone. So it's
dissipated.
just Kill Tony and Joe Rogan right now.
Yeah.
For a lot of hopefuls.
Yeah.
And then you know,
Yeah.
Papa Joe puts out a special that was exactly what we all thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Tolerably fine to bad.
By the way, Joe, take us with you.
Joe, take us with you.
You're the only Italian that I like. You're one of the good ones, Joe.
I don't know, man. Shout out Trev. Shout out Trevor.
The other Italian that I like.
Yeah. My God, but what a pest.
Dude, one time Trevor and I were on we were at an open mic in Grand Rapids, and he followed right after me, and I had a whole joke about using Italian slurs. It was about Ron, what's his name?
DeSantis?
I had a Ron DeSantis joke,
Yeah.
and it involved me dropping some Italian slurs. And afterwards, Trevor comes on. He's like, I'm Italian, and I'm friends with Johnny. And some people ask, like, hey, how are you okay with him using those Italian slurs? And honestly, we're not even yet. And it got nothing. He just stood there in the admission like, I say Asian slurs. It was great.
Wasted
I love you, Trevor.
on them.
It's the
Tip
best
Top?
thing. It was Tip
Yeah,
Top.
wasted on them.
Yeah, Wednesday
Tip Top's
night.
hit or miss. Sometimes it absolutely rules.
Oh,
and
Tuesday
other
night.
Was it Tuesday?
It's Tip Top's Tuesdays, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was Tuesday. Yep.
Yeah.
That was it.
I don't know why. I just maybe
Shout
I
out
was
Plot.
there for that, but I don't
You
know.
might have been there for that.
Might have been.
Yeah, you're one of the few pros that like still does a lot of mics. around the state.
Because like
You're
I
grinding.
don't get booked. It's like I want to do stand up,
Yeah.
and I'll get 1 or 2 like pro shows a week if I'm lucky, and then it's
That's
like
not bad.
it's not bad.
One or
It's-
2 pro shows a week.
It's
is
pretty good.
decent.
It is pretty good, but it's like if you like doing comedy,
Yeah.
which I do, it's like
There's 5 to 6 other days in the
where
week.
I'm just sitting here in the itchy chair going, well, ran out of lube and the wiener's
Yeah.
raw. Like,
I was referencing at the beginning of this podcast, I dropped a reference to a guy who is making a big old stink on comedy Facebook right now.
really?
Because he's recording an album.
Is this somebody we know?
I've never met this guy, nor had I ever heard of this guy. But he's apparently been doing comedy for 19 years, 10 of which was in New York. He keeps boasting this. But long story short, another comic,
Is he in Michigan?
I was turned on to this because another comic posted a long thing about, somebody's recording an album pretty soon, and don't support this guy. Have a lot of bad experiences with him. He's a bully. He's blah, blah, blah. And then I looked at that first thing, and I don't know the other comic very well. So I was just like, this might be an overreaction. You might be the crazy. I don't know, And then
I've
this
missed-
other
I've
guy.
missed all of this has been.
Yes, and then the guy who.
Is it the Michigan Comics Network blowing up on this?
This is just their Facebooks.
Oh,
So you
wow.
might not have seen him, but then the other guy posts in response like an essay, and immediately I read that, and I was like, oh no, this guy's a sociopath.
Oh yeah,
it was
no.
like crazy, just the way he talked about the other person, and the way he like kept insisting. I've been doing this
what
19
city?
years.
Is this Detroit?
Metro?
Metro?
Ipsy. Yeah.
What?
The dark underbelly of Ann Arbor.
Jeez, well, a little too true on that one, but all right.
I didn't mean dark in that in that sense.
I'm not cutting that out, but I joke about that every time I go to Ann Arbor.
Yeah,
They're
you
like,
have
we're so
to.
progressive. I'm like, because you keep your diversity in Ipsy.
Yeah.
Get the fuck
yeah.
out of my face.
Yeah.
Love Ann Arbor, love Ipsy, but
They also apparently keep all the shitty comics in Ipsy.
evidently.
Yeah. You think Ann Arbor's
do you wanna-
gatekeeping?
do you-
Andrew Yang personally moves all the bad comedians into Ypsilanti and keeps all the good ones in Ann Arbor.
one time Andrew Yang killed my dog, and I drove every Ypsilanti comic to his open mic, and I told him, you go on in there, but before you ask Andrew Yang for stage time, I do want to let you know he killed my dog, which... Crazy. I think I just did
I didn't know that's how Nick Ford
that's a
sounded.
Kevin Spacey reference from, I think,
Was that from
House of
Midnight in the
Cards.
Garden of Good and Evil? Oh, House of Cards.
House of Cards, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which, in saying that, he just does that character now.
Yeah, he does. He
Like-
went on Tucker and did that
Yeah, I was like,
character.
that's fucking nuts.
He was like, listen, the thing is, Tucker.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, Tucker.
What even?
I didn't have sex with any little boys.
What even is a character, Tucker? I'm like, what you're doing right now. If the police came in to arrest you and you started going like, well, you can't. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like,
Yeah. Well,
I
did
don't
you
know.
see like
hang
after
on,
he?
do you want to tell me off mic, or do you want me to cut this out? Who the hell are you talking about?
So I don't want to put their names out there, but
all right,
so that's who it is. But I
did see part of that.
But the funny thing is, like, so the comic who called him out, I don't know that well.
Yeah.
The comic being called out, who's apparently been doing comedy for 19 years, I've never heard of before in my life.
Neither
and
have
he's
I.
recording an album. And I looked at his openers, and I was like,
questionable.
but he so anyway, he's doing this, and then I didn't think this was a big deal because I haven't heard of this guy. And then our Rio, good friend of the pod, Rio,
Friend of the pod.
he posts like, I stand with the first comic.
I did
and
see
he goes,
that.
blocked and unfriended this guy. And people are there's a lot of hubbub
Okay.
But it seems like the crowds are pretty much all swaying against this guy. All for me to say I want to go to his album recording. I think that'd be-
I don't know, but I feel like if we went and laughed for the wrong reasons,
Yeah.
I think I'm ready to enter a little bit of Evil Lou era.
You want to do like a Stav going to Tom Meyer's album recording?
maybe a little bit, like
Yeah.
because like now I'm to a point where I'm tired enough that I cannot be kind to everybody anymore.
Yeah.
Because I used to give everybody the Benny and the Doubts,
Yeah.
Benny and the Doubts. But now when I just meet an insane person, I'm just like, nah, I think it's better for the world for me to not tolerate that. So
Yeah. I have to be honest. When coming from a guy like that who you've never heard of, who's recording his album in like some, like not a real venue, right? You look at this when he says I've been doing this 19 years, 10 in New York. That seems worse.
That's crazy.
I'm like that. Actually, I would not admit that.
That's a that's a sad fact.
You're not headlining a club and doing your album there. You're apparently not past any of the clubs.
Yeah, dog. I don't
You've been
know,
chugging
man.
away for 2 decades.
20 years in, that might be time to look at that sunk cost fallacy.
Yeah.
And just be like, you got some years. You could maybe do some TRT and get a little bit of that youth back. I don't know about that, dude.
Oh,
19
God.
years in, you're going to record an album in an echoey back room?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
no, dude.
Sticking to
And
it, dude.
potentially a pest?
Yeah, like not a sex pest, but just a pest. Just a lowercase
A good old-fashioned shit bag.
Yeah. Just a good old, just a regular old bad guy.
All right.
You know, one of those guys.
I don't know, man. Just,
By all accounts, never met this guy in my life. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
Maybe I have. Sorry if I have, but I don't think I've met him.
Fucking nope. No, dude. No. I'm gonna start burning some bridges on my way out of town.
Yeah.
I got none though. Everybody I associate with right now, I kind of like.
Well, yeah, these bridges. I don't really build bridges with people I don't.
Yeah, you gotta
care for.
That's how you shut it down early. Now,
Yeah.
if we go there and laugh for the wrong reasons,
Yeah.
then you and I are jumping behind enemy lines for some bullshit.
We're kamikaze. Is
Yeah.
what we're
Oh
doing.
yeah. Oh
It's
yeah.
like in we used to play dodgeball in high school, and if you got hit, you went to the jail, which was on the other side, like on the other
Sure.
team's
Yep.
side.
Yep.
And what you could do though is if you were in jail, you could catch a ball
And then
and
come
you
back.
could get them from behind. And that's what that move is, right? We'd be going to this freak's album recording, having never met him, willfully putting
I think
ourselves on that
it's
side.
you and I going to experience some in-person Schadenfreude.
Yeah, yeah,
It's- I don't know.
yeah.
I
I'm
will
okay with
say, because like if you do enough open mic comedy or regular comedy,
Yeah,
for the most part, I love watching good comedy.
for the most part.
I love watching good comedy. Watching
I adore watching bad comedy.
watching the worst comedy is almost like, oh God,
Yeah.
yes. allow me to wet my beak here. I don't know. I turn into some creature from a circle of hell where. I don't know.
Yeah.
The fact that Kyle Forsyth, shout out Kyle.
Shout out Kyle.
Kyle has had to like tell me to stop
Oh,
laughing.
he's done that to me too.
I know. And I'm like, I wiggled him off. I said, no, I need this.
Me, Trevor, and Nick were at Home Slice in Toledo.
Yeah,
years
yep,
ago.
yep. I remember you. We might have talked about this on pod.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were laughing. This guy in Forsyth
Yeah,
turned around and he was
yeah.
like, "You guys are clearly not laughing for the right
He's
reasons.
much
You gotta
better
stop."
at controlling it than the rest of us.
Forsyth is very disciplined.
but yeah. But god damn it, dude.
Perfect guy to run a club.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
if
a
you
guy
were
to enjoy
Booker
bad comedy.
cackling,
with.
oh my god, dude.
That would be
It's-
awesome, dude.
like,
Imagine like Roger laughing for the wrong reasons.
It would make me like him a lot more, actually.
I don't think I've seen him laugh at comics that he likes, let alone one that he doesn't like would be awesome.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've seen him snarl. That was kind of great.
I've seen
you
him
know what?
smile. I've seen him smile a lot.
Sievert's made him laugh.
Has he?
Yeah, I
Oh.
love that. Love that
That's
for
good.
Love that for Pat. I have been standing there where Pat's crushing, And he legitimately has gotten Roger to laugh, and I'm like,
Oh, that's good.
that rules.
Yeah.
Like, hey, look at that. That old icy heart got warmed. It just took the literal sweetest man in comedy who was also fantastic to do it.
Yeah,
yeah.
It had to take the perfect recipe.
yeah.
A little sugar, a little spice, a little of everything nice.
Oh, yeah.
Just Powerpuff Girl'd his heart 5 sizes bigger.
Yeah, the fella does probably have an enlarged heart.
Oh.
All right, too far. I don't give a shit. I don't, dude. I don't. As I'm wrestling with my own mortality, I'm like, nah, it's fucking cool.
No, you can say that. It is funny. That was a funny. That was a funny. I just had to cringe
Hey,
because
thanks.
I still like getting booked there.
yeah. Take us with you.
We love you, Roger.
Dog, I mean, these are the early apps. If this goes anywhere,
Who the
some
fuck
freak,
is listening to this?
nobody. Our friends and
You
people that hate
losers.
us. It's literally people that are friends that think we're funny, and a couple of people who hate.
Do you know for a
listen.
fact that there are people who hate us that listen to this?
For sure, yes.
Who-
Fuck you guys, but I don't know who they are. But
oh,
they're in there.
you just assume.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Do you think there are people that hate you in the scene?
yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay.
That's human. That's human. It'd be psychotic.
Are you assuming, or are there select people in your head that you're like, I'm pretty sure this guy hates me?
There's one or two, maybe, that I've crossed paths with where I'm like, I don't fuck with them, and they don't
Gotcha.
fuck with me.
Okay.
But no, I mean, no, I think it'd just be psychotic. Be like, everybody likes me. Like, what?
Sure.
No, dude.
I think
We're all. I know for a fact. I'm definitely the villain, or somebody probably just legitimately hates whenever I get anything.
yeah.
I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
yeah.
And if I'm being honest, like a kinder version of me would be like, let's work it out. I'm like, honestly, fuck you. I hope it bugs you so much. I hope it does bug you. And
I don't care. I just there are people that I don't like, but to use hate is so. I'm just sound like a hippie, but like.
All right. Well, that's
I don't
fair.
know.
Okay. Yeah. If we're talking like, lock them up, I hate them.
Yeah.
Like, no.
But even the comics I don't like. I am amused by their company sometimes, so I don't even like care to.
yeah.
You know, like sometimes I get excited if I'm gonna be on a show and there's somebody I don't like there. I'm like rubbing my hands together.
It's been a very long time. The other thing though is like, I think one of the reasons I try to be kind for the most part is because like I just like doing stand up, so I don't want it to be weird whenever I go somewhere.
Yeah,
and it sucks because I've unfortunately had, some rivalries or just people I don't fuck with, and then I'm
Yeah.
like, oh no, this makes doing this show less fun.
There's only, to my knowledge, one person who I know doesn't like me, but they kind of exist in their own bubble anyway. So we very rarely.
I thought you worked it out with Ned.
No. Ned and I are cool.
Yeah, dude, I love that. I
Yeah,
love that
yeah.
you guys had a thing and like you guys worked it out and it's hilarious.
Yeah, I don't even think it was. I think that got blown out of proportion.
Yeah, I think
you know?
that was a silly one. So
Yeah,
you're talking
yeah.
about somebody else?
We were having fun.
We can name fucking names. Who is
I
it?
don't want to name this
Come-
I don't want attention to go to this person.
Come on, dog. I gotta edit around more shit.
I'll just.
Oh yeah, all right. Well,
Yeah,
that,
you know that
person
person.
sucks. That person sucks so bad. That person sucks.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, they're not very good.
Yeah, no, they're bad at it, and they also just suck. No,
Yeah,
that person's not a comedian.
yeah.
That person's a anybody that starts doing this and within like 2 years thinks they're running shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're fucking insane. You're a crazy person.
Yeah.
Very
I
few
saw,
people are good within 2 years.
I saw them refer to the show they're running as an empire. They were like, I built this empire.
Yeah, that's fucking nuts.
I was like, like, I don't know. Like,
Fucking
does that make Crunchy's a dynasty?
goddamn megalodon of crazy. Just you're an ancient water beast of nuts.
It's an empire the same way that, like, the last emperor of China was still emperor when, like, the entire country was taken over.
I guess, man.
And
or
he was just sitting in his throne and
In
not
my
ruling
inevitable
anything.
downfall of sitting in just a well-used diaper
Yeah.
in a box under a bridge somewhere, and I go, "Welcome to my empire." Like, yeah, dude, any space within your hula hoop can be your empire.
Yeah, yeah.
No, that's
Empires are all relative.
Anybody who flexes actual power in like stand-up comedy
in Michigan
or like
stand-up comedy.
gatekeeping in comedy. I'm like,
Yeah.
dog, that's gross
Yeah, yeah,
and hilarious and so dumb.
yeah.
It's so dumb.
It's very funny.
Yeah, and then
Keep doing it.
every yeah, no, I mean for our sake, please. But I mean they're the comic. I'm like, oh hell yeah, dude.
Comic is a good way to put it. Yeah, the comics comic is Norm Macdonald, and then the comics comic is the worst comedians you've ever
Yeah,
seen.
but they keep you going.
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
I'm like, oh, this ship runs on coal, and I need somebody down there shoveling that shit, baby.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. No, that's funny.
That's I think they were talking about this on the Adam Friedland show recently, so I don't want to totally step on this, but it is an important point that like
our good friends Nick Mullen
our
and
good
Adam
friends
Friedland?
Nick Mullen and Adam Friedland recently discussed this.
Okay.
But to not just restate what they said, but like I think the popularity of Kill Tony is that so many regular people out there who don't do comedy just were not familiar with how many psychos try to do it all over the country.
It's nuts.
So for them, it's this anthropological study of like, look at these characters, look at these creatures that just like come out of the night and try to do comedy. And then for us, it's like, yeah, I've seen that guy.
Yeah,
I've seen that exact type of guy, or I've literally seen that guy.
Half of lineups at show up, go up mics are that guy.
Yeah, yeah,
It's out of control.
yeah.
Sometimes, like the open mic scenes are just weeding out who the absolute fucking nut people are.
Yeah.
Like, even if you're not entirely good at it yet, if you're just like an okay person trying, that's enough.
That's so refreshing.
Yeah, where you're like, oh my God. All
When
right.
somebody comes to an open mic and they're like kind of bad, but you know, they're new or whatever, and then they're like a normal person, I'm so psyched.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a real unicorn.
Yeah,
that type
I
of
freaked
person.
out. I freaked out a couple of newer people by being like, "Hey, thanks for being an all right person." And
Yeah.
and they're like, "What?" And I'm
Yeah.
like, I was like, "Keep that up." And they're like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "You'll see."
I did that to a guy. He never came back. I think
Yeah.
I really freaked him out.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's like getting a new guy off a boat. Like, welcome to the shit. Thanks for not being nuts. And then they're like, "What?" Like,
Yeah.
oh my God, dude. Yeah, I don't know. There are times. I don't want to dissect the frog too much, but just
Dissect it, dude.
dissect it, dude. Nah, I don't know. It's just the crazies out there, and it's crazy. Well, what's nuts is, I think, I can't speak for you, but I'm like, I have to have a smidge of the delusion myself
Yes.
to like keep going.
Yeah.
Like it is nuts.
We all have some amount of that.
A little bit,
insanity. Yeah.
I will say though, it is like you get a little delusional, and then you get actually validated by like a paycheck or
Right.
like a good show or like a good set.
Yeah.
You're like, no, all right, no, okay. Like,
You get passed at a club,
Yeah,
or you open
something.
for somebody cool.
yeah,
or-
yeah.
Yeah.
It's, you got to have some like check-in milestones to be like, am I fucking nuts? Or-
Right.
it's
Whereas, like, if you've been doing it 19 years and you have absolutely no milestones, you know, you got to, like, take a look at how
Well-
long you've been doing it and then look at how much you have to show for it.
I take it
it's
all
an
back.
old notion.
If you've been at it for 19 years and you got nothing to show for it yet, just keep going.
We're talking to you, Preston Koenig. No, he has one milestone. He proposed to his wife at an
dog.
open mic, dude.
You know
that's,
what?
That's your milestone.
This is all anybody who might have that name. This is just a coincidence, and it's just like South Park.
If you have that name, we're not talking about
Yeah,
you.
we're not talking about you at all because
We're
I
talking
do
about
not
a
want to
different-
deal with a frivolous lawsuit.
You're right. You might want to believe
Fucking idiot. I just know that like anybody who's
That was a
threatened
mistake.
to sue me for stand-up comedy reasons under slander and or libel,
Yeah.
just know that you're actually monumentally stupid. And lawyers laugh at you. Legitimate lawyers do laugh.
And that's
at
the
you.
only time anybody's ever going to laugh at you.
Yeah, Jesus. All right. Well, we're letting it out a little bit today.
Yeah, yeah. it's true.
Letting it out.
We're kind of, we're really turning
That's
into,
what- that's
we're
what-
really Perez Hiltoning this podcast.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say that's what talking about JD Vance up front will do to you, dude. Fills you full of piss.
For
and
the
vinegar.
record, every person we just shit on, all Italians. That's why. Well, one of those guys, that album guy, definitely Italian, dude.
Yeah,
he's,
yeah.
he's got an I at the end of his last name.
Oh no, dude.
Oh.
Man, good God.
Was it you who thinks that Jeff Goldblum's a sex pervert, or was that
I
you've talked about that a couple
I
times?
would wager that he's definitely into sex. And then
Hell yeah, dude.
which is cool. I think it's a hobby of his, and that's great.
Yeah.
But no, it was that photo of him with like two younger like
And he's, like,
model-ass
choking
girls, and he's not quite choking her. He's just like gripping her by the throat,
Yeah.
and like handling another one. And I'm just like, I don't know. I feel not great about that image.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I understand. what you're
However,
saying.
they look wet.
They look like they love
They
it.
do look like they like
And
it.
I think
so.
I think it like there's no way he's a pervert because he's so obviously a pervert that he can't be.
Right. No, that's
You
what I'm
know?
saying. I do walk it back. I
Every
don't think
time he
he's-
talks, he's like got cum dripping from his eyeballs.
Yeah, no, he's
It's like,
ready to
yes,
cunniling at a moment's
mm.
notice.
I think I want to
I-
eat your pussy. Yes,
would-
that's what I want to do. Go
I would
down,
actually like
honey.
Jeff Goldblum to like do a nationwide sex ed video. Like he's the professor. Because
Yeah.
he seems like he gets enthusiastic consent, which
Yeah.
is like that's key.
Right.
'Cause
But I love it
they're-
if
they're,
he
like,
did that.
hyped. He's like holding them like we're gonna go fuck.
It'd
And
be so funny
they're
though. Like,
yeah, we are.
like Jeff Goldblum does a video on consent, but from his perspective, you always have consent
That's
because he gets it all the time.
Yeah.
So he'd be like, one thing to know about women is, yes,
Just be
yes,
tall
they
and
always want to have
suave.
sex with you, yes, yes. If you ask a woman if she wants to have sex and she says yes, she'll do it. She will. She'll say yes. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's played enough roles where I'm like, that don't think he had to get in character much for that one.
Yeah. I
Uh,
love that he like can play the sexiest guy ever, like in Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
And then he can also play like a total dweeb, like in Independence Day, and he's almost
he
the
was
same
still,
guy.
Yeah, I was like, what if we put him on a bicycle with a tank top on?
Yeah, yeah.
And they're like, yeah, what a loser.
Well, like in Independence Day, he's introduced. He's wearing like a button down,
yeah,
and he's got the glasses, and you're like nerd.
yeah.
But then at the end of it, you just give him a stogie next to Will Smith, and you're like,
yeah,
oh, this
he's
guy
in a
rules.
flight suit, and he's like, yeah, I'm about to impregnate this whole bunker of survivors. Like, you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, and also, he's like a 6'4" cable guy.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he works on the cable. I'm like, no,
It's a real Rachel Lee Cook kind of move to just put glasses on him and be like,
Yeah.
he's not hot.
yeah. Like, what's the not another teen movie where they?
Well, because that's a parody of the Rachel Lee Cook
Okay,
movie.
yeah.
God, I forget what it's. Oh,
American Pie? No.
no, it's her and Freddie Prinze Jr. And he asks her to prom, and she's like a nerd, but then she takes off her glasses.
Yeah, it's
and
like, oh my god,
she's hot. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
because nobody could tell she was hot under the glasses.
Hey, sometimes you do be like that, though.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh god. And then other times it's, whoa,
Oh,
glasses back
put it
on.
back on.
Put 'em back
Some
on.
women are hotter with glasses. Like that's the thing now. Is like sometimes like guys like in their type it'll be glasses.
Yeah.
I think it's Tina Fey's fault, but somebody did it.
Really? You got a Tina Fey thing?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, all right.
Dude.
That's fair.
Tina Fey's beautiful.
Yeah.
I think.
It's smart.
I could not get to
Dude.
sleep. Wes Ward was watching 30 Rock while I was crashing on his couch, and I couldn't get to sleep because I was just so hung up on how hot Tina Fey is.
Okay.
And Baldwin.
The two of them together, forget
Throwing at
about
Alec.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude. Woo! Just
No,
thinking about
I
the
think you-
dynamite on screen.
I'm gonna take that mid pod piss, but
Okay.
a mid pod piss every week. I'm like, could be the thermos of coffee I'm working
It could
on
be, yeah.
with the gallon of water I drink a day.
You know what? Carl Johnson, I've been on his podcast. He drinks an entire mason jar of coffee, like a giant mason jar. Never gets up to pee once. So I think you just got to
That's
work
because
on.
Carl's chronically dehydrated. He's withering in front of you.
Yeah, that's why he looks so.
Carl
cut.
was one of the guys that didn't like me for a while.
Yeah,
But he doesn't
Carl's
like
had
anybody.
he's had some
Yeah.
issues with a lot of people.
Yeah, that's
It's always their fault.
dude, I fucking love Carl.
I love you, Carl.
Yeah,
I do.
because he's one of my favorite guys that He's incredibly funny. Will find a problem with literally anybody.
Mhm.
And I'm like, that's a rare attribute.
Yeah.
And then also dress them down pretty good for like
To their
Jesus
face,
Christ.
yeah.
I'm like, God damn,
Yeah.
Carl.
Well, I think that's the guy who's just like he's been doing it long enough that he doesn't.
19 years. How many in New York?
10 in New York. Yeah.
That'd be crazy. It's not Carl, but
It's not Carl. No.
it's not Carl.
No, it's somebody we respect. Carl.
Yes, we do. No, I'm fucking around, dude. I fucking love Carl. Talk about a guy that I wish I actually saw more. Like, at just doing comedy. Cause
Yeah,
he's
I'm
so
always
fucking
happy.
funny.
I was at a show with him not too long ago, and the show was like kind of it was a bit of a drag. Like nothing against the showrunners, but it was like not a big turnout. It was kind of low energy, and I just had a great time because I was there with Carl, and we were like sitting on the couch and just kind of
Dude, riffing with
talking
Carl is
shit the whole
He
time.
talks shit so good.
Yeah.
And then he's one of those guys that'll like crush, and then he'll get off stage and be like, "Fucking dumbass crowd."
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
dude, you did good. He's like, "Yeah, but they're fucking idiots." And you're like, "Yeah, all right." I thought you did good, and then he kind of looks at you like, "You're kind of part of the problem."
One
I'm
thing
like, "All right."
I love that Carl is willing to dress people down, to be honest, about things he doesn't like,
Yeah.
because it gives me permission to be mean to him too.
Yeah.
Because that night, like he didn't. I mean, none of us did that well. But like, you know, he went up and he did just as well as I did, which wasn't that great. And he comes and sits down, and I was just like, about time someone broke him open. And then for a second, he didn't even catch he didn't assume I would be so mean. And he was just like, nah, I didn't break him open. I'm like, yeah, no, you obviously did not break him open.
No, that
Heavy
rules when
sarcasm.
you get to a level of camaraderie where you can actually fuck around with some people.
Yeah.
Because I oopsie poopsie teased a new person I liked.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Why are you being so mean to me?" I was like, "Oh God, dude, I'm sorry." Like, fucking around, man.
I did that to Wenzel the second time I hosted for him. Brad Wenzel, for who listeners don't know, has been on Conan 3 times, and
Was it Conan?
yeah,
I
either
know, I'm
Fallon
just
or
fucking
one of those
around.
fucking, one of
Like-
the Jimmys, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
One of the many Jimmys. But I was the second time I was hosting for him. He just like complimented me, and he was just like, "No, I really like your stuff." And I was like, "Thanks, means a lot coming from you." And I like rolled my eyes, and I don't know if we knew each other well enough for me to
Fuck around.
make that joke. And he just was like, "Whoa."
Like, okay, kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Which to me, I thought the sarcasm was dripping, but
Yeah.
I don't know. He'll get there one day. Don't worry. You'll get on
The
you'll get on
Conan hat trick.
Kimmel or whatever. Yeah, the Conan hat trick.
Conan Hattie. Okay, want to switch gears?
Yeah.
With you. Big switch. Do you have in-unit laundry at your place?
No.
No.
I
Okay.
have to walk downstairs to a room, and I got to pay on my phone.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Same. I was doing that today, and one of the neighbors and I were on like laundry like wavelength, like kind of doing.
Yeah.
And they like if there's other people doing laundry, I will not monopolize all the machines.
Good.
But like some days when like nobody's doing it, I'll take both of everything and like get it all done in like an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
But today there was some traffic. You know, everybody's checking in on the app, and then like at one point, I go down and I'm like, man, we're pretty patient.
Yeah.
But my guy is like folding from the dryer, like, and I don't know why that it should not irk me.
No, that would irk me.
But I was just
If
kinda
you're
like,
clearly there waiting on
I'm
it.
like, dog, we are like, it's a day. I don't know why today's the day everybody's doing laundry, but it'll
Yeah.
happen. And like it, you know, common courtesy, I was chill about it. But I was also like, dog, folding from the dryer?
that's psychotic.
Okay. I had to check in with you because I'm like,
No, especially if you were there waiting. If
couple
there
of
was,
couple of times.
Yeah.
We were doing that like, hey, how's it going? I'm like, all right. Like,
well, why would you? Yeah, don't fold.
I
from the
say
dryer.
this as my as my laundry is sitting in the dryer.
Is it there currently?
Yeah, dude.
Nice.
Yeah, dude.
You're not even folding from it.
Nah,
You're just
dog,
letting it
I'm just
sit.
chill. I'm like, I don't know, it's a power
You're
move.
aging it.
I have somebody else put my clean laundry back in its basket. Yeah, no, I don't know. I just something I wasn't sure about. Secondly, dog beds.
What do I think of them?
Well, where do you wash?
Very comfy. Where do I walk? I don't own a dog, so I don't.
Yeah, but the dog
walk
bag. No, if you had one.
Oh, I don't know. I'd have to ask my mom. You know,
Okay.
she has a dog with a bed.
Don't talk about your dad like that.
You dog.
You dog.
You dog, John
dog.
Mogney. You fucking dog.
Oh man, we should crank call your dad.
Right now?
Nah.
I can't.
I'll bust out some of the tech next week, and we'll really get
have
him.
to like pull an old Star 69 or whatever he used to.
Well,
do
here's the
back
thing.
in
I think
day.
your dad's young enough that we could still fuck with him.
Yeah.
If we like called my dad, he'd be like, "I'm not picking up. What the fuck is
Yeah,
this?"
yeah.
Like,
No, my dad picks up for everything. He's
yeah, no, my dad has entered old guy era where like he'll get back to you, but he's
Yeah.
like, "What? What are you dying? You're fine. You're
Yeah,
fine."
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm doing old guy dad stuff now.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
That's good. Good for your dad. My dad's not there. He'll be there eventually.
Is he
you know.
retired?
I think no, not yet. Once Medicare kicks in, I think he'll stop picking up calls.
That's okay.
That'll be it.
Well, how old's your pop?
Dad is 57.
Oh, damn. All right. We are going to be messing with Mr. Mogney for a decade, dude.
We got a good.
Yeah, I was
few
like,
years
dog,
of
my dad's
messing with Mockney.
My dad's 69, nice, the nicest
Nice.
of ages. I'm like, nah, something about we can't ban Margera, a 70-year-old guy. You know what I mean? I'm like, that.
Yeah.
After a while, it just kind of feels like not cool.
Yeah,
But
you could Dennis the Menace him a bit.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
But again, my dad's not like an old flower keeper, dude. He'd be like, whatever, I'm gonna kill that little child now.
yeah, yeah.
Like, I don't know. I want to bring back crank phone calls because shout out Sean Murray. Oh, full name.
Does
Good
he
luck.
not want you to do that?
I don't know. Well, he's one of our maybe 50 listeners.
Yeah,
So
I think he's fine with it, right? He
he'll
was on the old
tell you
Salsa
what,
Parlor podcast.
He'll let us know.
He'll let us know.
He'll let us
Comment,
know.
Sean.
Yeah, because I'm not bleeping it out. Not slur
Hey,
alerting.
give out his
your
phone
name.
number while you're at it.
How about his address? But no, he sent me a website or found a website with all of Matt and Shane's secret podcast, like OG. So much better than our podcast.
Oh yeah,
It's incredible.
it's so much better.
Have you listened to
Those guys came out fully formed.
Yeah.
they knew.
Yeah, the shitcast.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Yeah,
Have you listened to that stuff?
a little bit.
It's out of control. Matt
yeah.
McCusker's the right kind of insane to do the humor he does.
Well,
in
and that
person.
guy is they're so Pennsylvania, those guys too.
What the fuck does? Oh, hang on. You actually have perspective on this because you lived in Lancaster for a bit.
My parents lived in Lancaster.
you
yeah.
never lived there?
I not really. No, I
Okay.
spent a summer there. you
Okay, all right.
know.
What do you mean by that? Because I think I know what you mean.
It's
like-
just that like kind of endearing white trash type of guys, like white trash but with a cute accent, so they're unthreatening. You know,
yeah, that's fair.
that's kind of Shane, but then especially Matt.
McCusker, yeah, dude, listen to him crank call people,
Yeah,
and then when they get an attitude, and he'll just be like, yo, cool it with that attitude on my phone. It's so good, dude. I do love when you're pranking somebody and you tell them to settle down. Dude, it's
You're
such
trying to like temper down their
Dude,
their response.
it's such asshole humor, but telling
Yeah.
somebody who's getting angry to settle down is such a fucking. I hate how much of a funny bit that is.
Are we gonna stoop so low as to prank call somebody on the next episode?
Maybe. I don't know.
No.
Because
I would do
years ago, Bernie got me that Roadcaster,
Yeah.
and I don't want to say it's collecting dust, but it's overtaxed for what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
But we could attach it to like a Google phone number and call people from the pod.
I'm for it. I don't know. We gotta think about who we're gonna get.
Oh, for sure. I'm calling Poles. For sure. not
All
just
Poles.
Polish people, but the pollsters.
Oh,
And I'm gonna be
yeah.
asking like, why does JD Vance hate the Irish? you gotta call people who can't hang up immediately.
I'm gonna call the Democrats and be like, "What's your stance on the Irish?"
I'm
Hey, undecided voter here. What do you think of the Irish?
that is gonna bug me for the rest of the day. Like to just abrupt or arbitrarily be like, it's time to really tune up the Irish in
Yeah.
2024.
I got my hands on the pulse of America.
Yeah,
I know
like-
what they're going on
like-
about.
Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm glad we finally slowed the trickle down from Ellis Island. But
Look, dude, I'm not a JD Vance fan, but broken clocks, man.
Got to build that wall. Oh, God damn it, dude. All right.
You know what? You just tell the Polacks to build the wall while they're on the other side of it. Nobody will know. They won't realize they're locking themselves out, dude.
That's actually how they built most of the Berlin Wall.
Yeah, no, just keep going. You'll be fine.
Yeah. You gotta seal this part of the city off, fellas.
No, you got to do it from the outside so we know it's sealed.
I don't know how to do a Polish accent. I feel like I'd have to have you hit me in the back of the head with a baseball bat a few times.
I'm Polish. Is that Hey, punchki.
There you go. Nailed it.
I can't even do it. Yeah, I'm half Polish. I can't even
You
do
got
it.
Yeah, dude, you're pulled up.
I went too far into the Asian accent. That's all I've studied at this point.
We've got to get you back to your heritage.
I do, yeah.
We got to
I gotta
get you
study it.
pierogiing around.
We'll call my dad and ask him to do a Polish accent for us.
Dude, would he do it?
He'd attempt, maybe. Should I try him now?
All right, yeah, we're going to... No. Yeah, all right, fuck it. We got a couple of minutes.
He might not pick up.
He's
We'll
not...
see.
I was like, Get that on that mic.
Hello, sir.
Hey, Dad, do you have a quick second?
Yeah.
I'm sitting here with Lou, and we were trying to figure out what a Polish accent sounds like. Do you know like what that would sound like?
If I heard it, I would know what a Polish accent sounds like. If I heard it.
Oh, okay. You don't think you'd be able to do one?
No.
Ah, okay, that's all right. I appreciate it.
Your grandpa?
I could try. I could try calling Grandpa. We'll see.
Yeah, it's. It's very distinct, but no, I can't. I'm sorry.
All right, don't worry. I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. Thank you, Dad.
All right, you're welcome.
All right, I love you.
Love you too.
Bye
Oh, that's so sweet.
bye. Should I call Grandpa?
I don't know, dude. He's going to say the N-word in a Polish accent. Every time you bring up your grandpa, you're like, yeah, grandpa rules, but he does say some out-of-pocket shit.
He's never said that word.
Dog.
For the record,
Okay.
because I know that my family gets sensitive about them coming up. Nobody in my family uses that word.
It's true, yeah.
I wanna be
I don't want
clear.
to have to fucking edit this out again. So,
yeah.
The Mockneys are clean from saying it.
Mockneys are totally fine.
I will say my very Irish grandma, I never heard her say it, but she did say maybe, I think I might have, correct me if I apologize if this came up on the pod already, but it's worth telling again. Where my grandma, we were like at a family dinner and we're just all eating and like apropos of President Obama, my grandma just like doesn't look up from her plate, but just goes, you know what? I think the blacks are okay. And like it was like a record scratch because we're all like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there. It's like high school, Lou. I'm like, Grandma's getting close, dude. I'm like, Grandma's getting close, dude.
It's like somebody carrying like
It's dude. 'cause
something heavy. You're
My
like,
my aunt's just like, oh shit, dude. Like,
Yeah.
and my dad's like, god damn it, mom. Like, and then like she quiets down, and then we're all like, okay, that could have gone worse.
Mhm.
And then like everybody's like, okay, Grandma's not gonna say it. We're all right. And then she just goes, just wish they weren't trying to take over the world. You're like, God damn it, Grandma. God damn it. That's so much worse. It's so much worse. It was so much worse. I'm like, what the fuck? And then like I was like, what are we doing here? I did start laughing. I was cackling at the dinner.
No, that's so
I
funny.
was like, it's out of
Dude,
control.
her comedic timing was perfect too.
It was on, and also like Obama was on the TV in
Yeah.
the other room, so I'm like, clearly President Obama triggered my grandma. just
Well, and
there.
clearly she had her sources cited right on the TV.
Yeah.
All she had to do was point and be like, look.
You see? Huh? Yep.
Yeah.
Say I'm wrong. Like, oh boy. Yeah, yikes.
I think we
Yikes.
should probably cap it on that racist note because we gotta.
She didn't say anything.
She did not say
She
it.
didn't say anything.
No, she's cool.
Well, yeah. R.I.P. Grandma. I
R.I.P.
can't wait to feel that deathly twitch down my spine tonight as I pray to Catholic God and hear you weep from heaven. Or if I'm being honest, purgatory still.
Yeah, she's still waiting. She's still doing her time.
Yeah, we're all getting fire hosed off in
Don't worry.
purgatory.
We'll probably catch her before she's gone.
Hey, Grandma, can we cut? Cutsies in the purgatory line? Cutsies in purgatory. That would have been a great name for the pod.
Yeah.
Oh, God damn it. All right. I think...
You got any butt plugs?
oh, shit, butt plugs. Yeah, in actual butt plug news today, two things that have bummed me out real hard. Somebody showed me a butt plug that had the chest burster alien on the other end of it. It was like funny, but then super gross.
Yeah, that's disgusting. Where
and
can
then
I find that?
every now and again, Instagram will be like trying to porn me up again. And I saw a fitness influencer with very tight spandies on doing squats. And like by the third squat, there was like flashing police lights from her butthole.
Sick.
And I'm like, dog, I don't like. I was like, I'm gonna investigate more, but I don't like this.
Yeah.
And then as far as shows go, I don't know. September will be the last full month of Michigan shows, so just keep an eye out on Instagram for that. And yeah, nothing. Oh, Windsor Comedy Fest, April 24th.
Sweet. Yeah.
That'll do. Butt plugs?
Cool.
You got any literal butt plugs, or is it only butt?
I've got 0 literal butt plugs. I don't like them very much. When this episode comes out on Thursday, tonight, tomorrow night, and Saturday night, the 22nd through the 24th, I am hosting for Dave Mishevitz at One Night Stands in Waterford. And then Wednesday, the 28th, I'm going to be at Scorpion Farts Club Comedy Show, hosted by Virginia Anzengruber at Scorpion Hearts Club in Grand Rapids. I think it's the first show they're ever doing there.
I was going to say, that sounds new.
Yeah,
I was like, all right.
That sounds fresh.
It's a wild one.
But yeah, you catch me there, and then
Ozones.
we're both going to be at Ozones.
Yeah, Ozones.
If you want to see both members of the Chinese Rocket Force in the flesh,
The full Rocket Force. It's going to be
Thursday the 29th, Ozones in Lansing.
It's going to be a real hot pot event.
Yeah, 8 p.m. I'll be hosting. Lou will be on the lineup.
Yeah, I'll probably be aggressively fighting a different crowd member this month.
Hey,
if you're both there, yeah.
come get Lou to fight you.
Yeah. Nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not schwabbing it up. Dude, I'm a lover, dog. My knee's shattered. I don't fight anybody anymore. All talk.
Don't injure Lou. He's going to stay in Michigan longer.
Yeah, no, it's my Truman Show just keeps re-upping on my knees. I forgot, 28th, which is the Wednesday before, I'm at Allman's Cafe, which is Brad Wenzel's show.
Sweet.
So,
Hamtramck.
Yeah. All right. Think that'll do.
That'll do, pig.
Ancient Chinese secret, huh?
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, Mom. Do you have a couple seconds real quick?
Sure.
All right.
I don't know what a Polish accent is.
Oh,
God damn it.
All right. Just so you know, you're on Chinese Rocket Force. That's the mission right now.
I know a couple of bad words in Polish.
Oh, yeah? You want to drop any?
You dupayash.
See? What does that mean?
I think it means asshole.
Okay, good. I was afraid
What
it was
was
going
it?
to be
Dobayash?
a duboyash. Is that it?
Dupayash. Dupayash?
Dupayash.
Okay.
Did your in-laws teach you that one?
My in-laws.
You probably don't want to know.
No. Yeah, they taught me so that I can, call their son.
Okay. Well, thank you, Mom. It's been educational. We're still trying to figure out the accent. We might have to watch a YouTube video or two.
Okay. Yeah. I know. Yeah.
Any last things you want to say to the listeners before we peace out?
Chinese Rocket Force is a good show if you're really bored.
All right. Well, I think we could have just stopped it after a really good show.
We will leave it all in.
Yeah, well, of course.
All right. Thank you, Mom.
Thanks, Sopa.
Bye. Love you.
Bye, Sopa.
Louis says bye.
Bye. Well, I was saying it on the pod as well.
Yeah, yeah.
She
Bye,
watches.
Sopa. Because you're listening now. The
Yeah,
real
that's-
inception of her now listening to
Yeah, saying
that
goodbye
phone
to
call.
herself, yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we could call my mom, but that's a wild card, dog. She might just answer the phone slurring. Be like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all right.
I say next week we bring out a Ouija board and talk to your aunt.
Talk to my grandma.
Your grandma.
Yeah.
Well, it was your grandma that
It was
did
my
it. yeah.
grandma. My
Damn
aunt's a
it.
sweetheart.
Yeah, your aunt was the one who was nervous.
Yeah, she
I
was
get it.
immediately like, oh, mom, no.
All right, well, stay tuned. Special
right.
guest next week.
You heard it here first.
Bye.
Bye.